Howdy, Dread. You got your first sanding. Those pictures look good. Stripping and first sanding. Those pictures look good. This is the video I promised you yesterday morning. I'm sorry, we got a little sidetracked. But what I wanted to show you is this boat right here. This plank. You'll notice there's an abrupt difference in this plank is proud of this plank. And you see that? Can you see that distance? That abrupt change. This one is not. If you follow this plank up here, the plank seam. When I get up here, the plank seam is even. I move from one plank to the other. I don't feel any difference. But when I get back here, this plank is probably raised a good 1/8 of an inch above that plank. Now what it is these bungs need to be pulled right here. The bungs need to be pulled, and the screws tightened, and pull those planks together. Because otherwise, if you go to sanding and you sand these fair, and these planks are loose, that'll always be those seams will always be opening and closing. So then when you think you're done sanding, that you put 80 grit. So then, okay. So first thing is you want to make sure that all your planks are fair as they can be. And if you got loose screws or strip screws, then get those replaced and put new bungs in. And then cut the bungs off and sand the bungs with a hard block. If you sand with a soft block, your soft block will come up to the top of the bung, and it'll leave a little halo around your bung. So you got to use a hard block. I mean a piece of wood for a hard block is what we sand with when we're doing bungs. All right, and then you're going to put 80 grit on your long line. I don't have my 80 grit on here yet, but and I'm not going to take the time to do it. But when you get up in the front, you can bridge. Your block is flexible. You can bridge several planks. Notice that you're still going in line with the grain instead of this way. You're going in line with the grain, but you can follow the contour of the boat. So then you'll do one 80 grit sanding that way, and then you're going to get a pencil and you're going to do this. So, and then you're going to sand again. And the idea of these marker lines is to know if you have any low spots. So the idea is to not have any low spots. You keep moving like this until all of the pencil marks are removed. If you start removing pencil marks, you'll end up with a little groove like that will reflect the light in a different direction, and the side of the boat will wave at you. So you use this block in order to take out all your pencil lines, and then if you have a pencil line that's still showing after you've worked and worked and worked, well, that means you got a low spot there. Well, if you go in and you sand that pencil line out, your low spot's going to be lower now. So you've got to go ahead and just keep on working it until all your pencil lines are gone. So so that'll be the next step that you've got, based on what I see. You got an 80 grit sanding, which you may have done today, and then you're going to need to mark your boat and do one more 80 grit sanding with this block, and get it just as smooth as you can from that standpoint. And I'll give you another video that deals with plank seams and deals with your stain and varnish.